Gurudev. Today's topic is Leading Through the Turbulent Times. We are joined by the Institute of Directors. So, Institute of Directors was established in India on 12th July 1990 as an apex with over 30,000 senior executives from the government, PSU, and private organizations of India and abroad. We're also joined by Mr. M.S. Sundarajan, who will be moderating this the meeting. Mr. M.S. Sundarajan, a postgraduate in economics from Madras University, also an associate of the Institute of Company Secretaries of India, chosen banker profession and rose to the level of CMD in India Bank, superannuated in March 2010. Since then, independent director in different companies and visiting faculties in different academic institutions. Believes in positive thinking and helping others to achieve greater heights. We welcome you all and would now request Mr. Sundarajan to take this discussion forward. Thank you.
Gurudev.
Namaskar, everybody.
Gurudev, captains of industry, trade, commerce, participants. I have great pleasure in welcoming you all to this webinar, Leading Through the Turbulent Times with Gurudev, Sri Ravi Shankar. The structure of the program will be to request Gurudev to for leading through turbulent times for about 15 to 20 minutes. This will be backed by questions from the captains of the industry, trade and commerce who have in the past successfully navigated the business in the troubled times and looking forward to prove the skill during this turbulent time. We will end the program with the group meditation starting from 12:05 hours. Gurudev, COVID-19 pandemic has thrown most of the world in turbulence in one form or the other. As a result, we are having to rapidly transform the way we work and the way we produce the values for our clients. India is passing through the tough times, 59 days of lockout, about 118,500 cases of COVID-19, about 3,583 of death. Yesterday's prediction by RBI is GDP growth will slip to negative territory, blaming on the collapse of the demand. People are passing through different stages. Most are in denial stage, some are in anger stage, some are in bargaining stage, some are in depression stage, and oddly limited people are in acceptance stage. We are extremely thankful to you, Gurudev. Looking forward for your words of wisdom to transform the inner thing in each and every one of us that will make us to do all to lead through the turbulent times. Over to you, Gurudev, with pranams.
Yes, Sundarajanji, wonderful. Nice talking to you all this morning. I know we are all in going through this very, very tough time, which was unprecedented. That's what this current generation thinks. But I would like to remind you that after World War II, Europe, Japan, and many other countries were in a very similar state. Even today, Iraq is still trying to recover from the 2003-2004 wars. This is nothing short of war. Let us admit this. Let us take this issue as a World War III that we are faced with. Once we take this thing as a big war, then suddenly the valor in us will wake up. So we will not sit and sulk or worry about it. we should know that this poses a big opportunity for India in the coming years. Of course, there is a hard work we all need to do. In the hard work section, I would say number one, government will have to come hand in hand with the industry and give a very big helping hand, number one. The second thing is the laborers, migrant laborers who have gone away, they need to be reassured all will be well and they need to be invited. This is the job of spiritual and NGOs and other organizations which will have to eliminate the fear that is clogging our population, especially the migrant workers. The third thing is we have to think we are beginning all the way from scratch. We are starting this economy of this country. To rebuild this economy, we are doing it right from the scratch. This idea we must all keep in our hearts and minds. We are going to start something new. And the fourth point I would say is we as a very young nation among the nations of the world have lot of opportunities for future. We have great potential. We have great minds and brains. We have great potential. Just now, a few minutes ago, I was watching a young man in Kerala invented a mask on which he printed his own smiling picture, photo. So even the mask will appear, will give him his whole picture. You know, in this crisis, innovation has come out. And you put the mask, you don't feel that he has put a mask on, but it looks as though someone is normal and smiling. So we are very good in innovative spirit. We must bring up our innovative spirit. Now, as far as the depression is concerned in this country, our ancient people have given many, many ways like yoga and meditation to counter depression. You must have read an article in Forbes magazine just a few days, yesterday only, or day before yesterday. They have said 7 ways in which meditation impacts the brain. This research has been done in Stanford, in Harvard, in Yale University, in many universities in America. And now there is hard evidence how depression can be tackled by meditation. We in Art of Living, we are teaching in 58 universities, including Stanford and Harvard and all the universities in America, are programs for credit. This 7-day, 8-day course, when students do, they get marks also, because meditation gives them sharpness of mind, alertness of mind. It makes them think in a broader perspective. Fear, anxiety, depression, loneliness all simply disappear. So these are very solid evidence about our ancient science today being accepted and recognized by the world. Now, for the first time now, doctors are scared. Doctors are scared for their own life. Last week I had a seminar with doctors around the world. We had 1,700 doctors from Central America, South and Central America, from the Latin countries, and more doctors from rest of the world, about 5,000 of them. You know, when they learned meditation, their experiences were all mind-blowing. They all felt such relief from anxiety, relief from fear. They felt more calm and more focused in what they are doing. So these are the things that we need to adopt. Have a long-term plan, and this is not the time for competition, but everyone come together to cooperate. Otherwise, usually in the industry, there is competition. One is trying to cut others to the size, but now we cannot employ the same thing because everybody will sink. So this is the time each industry should see how we can cooperate with the others and help others to grow. This is a completely different criteria or methodology we need to adopt post-COVID. So that if any one industry goes down, if any one bank goes down, everybody else will also go down with it. So an era of cooperation rather than competition is going to begin in the world. I see this is happening in the whole world, and more value based education will come now. We need to re-invoke the value already there. As human beings, the values are hidden in us. Only it should become a little more obvious and manifest. And these are some things I think we need to do when we want to think about growth of economy, taking our country to a better position than where it is. The world as such to a better position. Yeah, over to you.
Thank you, Gurudev. Now I would request the leaders or the captains of the industry, trade and commerce to put their question. I have great pleasure in requesting Mr. T.T. Srinivasa Raghavan, MD CEO of Sundaram Finance, a leading NBFC of India, a group which is known for highest standards of ethics value in business. Over to you, Mr. T.T. Srinivasa Raghavan.
Thank you, Mr. Sundarajan, and Namaste, Gurudev. I know there are many eminent panelists later, so I will be very brief. If we have to pick one quality for a leader, of course, books have been written about various qualities that leaders need, but if you had to pick one quality that every leader needs at a time like this, what would that quality be?
You want me to limit to one quality of a leader? I would say,
yes, please.
I would say this is the time a leader should lead without ascertaining his leadership. Lead from the back, what you call as ready to lead from the back.
Okay. Okay. That's very insightful. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Over to Dr. R. Sitaraman, Group CEO, Doha Bank. Though he is in Doha, Dr. Sitaraman's heart is in India, more so in Chennai. Over to you, Dr. Sitaraman.
Namaste, Gurudev.
Namaste.
I agree with your positivity. Looking from the outset, I'm operating as an institution in over 20 countries. This crisis, in my pursuit of interpretation, looking at the pandemic changes, transformations which are impacting in terms of economic development, social development, human development, and environment development, I think we are synchronizing our fiscal and monetary policy in terms of economics. When it comes to the sustainable value creation, which you touched upon, how do we eradicate extreme poverty? How do you bring in gender equality? How do we bring in universal healthcare, education, more than anything else? How do we institute green mission? How do you institute green economies to make sure global warming and climate change is not impacting generations to come? This crisis, with the reinforcement of leadership to digital governance and the rest of the alignment, is going to embrace as an opportunity for us to bring in from a materialistic world, core materialistic world, to sustainable spiritual values. Do you agree with that?
Yes, your question is how we can inspire people to have a broader vision. Is that what your question is?
I'm saying from a core materialistic value, this crisis is an opportunity to embrace
Yeah,
sustainable, spiritual, and humanitarian values.
yes. This crisis is really an opportunity, a big opportunity for the world to look at the sustainable development. You know, sustainable development is the language of this era now. So we need to think on those lines only. In fact, young people are more, inclined to think on sustainable development these days. And for sustainable development, as I said, the values are very, very essential, and honoring the values, inculcating the values is absolutely essential. I think our younger generation is ready for it because they have seen unethical means of business doesn't help the business to sustain. They may raise high and they'll fall that fast also. You know, here, for ethics, I would only say one thing: you don't do to your customers what you don't want vendors to do to you. You want your vendors to be honest with you, so you are honest with your customer. So, three things I would say: clarity in mind, purity in heart, sincerity in action. A simple formula for making a sustainable growth.
Thank you. Thank you.
I have pleasure in requesting Mr. C.A. Rajendra Kumar, Central Council member of the Institute of Chartered Account of India and Independent Director of the Corporate World. Mr. Rajendra Kumar.
Pranam Guruji, pranams to you. In fact, the only quality I have is that I was born on May 13th, which is also the day when you were born. That's the only quality I possess as of now. My question to you is that we are living in times when existence of humanity is itself in challenge. Should leaders adopt autocratic, semi-autocratic, inclusive or persuasive style of leadership so as to put in place a system to care for those who are affected, to save those who are not affected so that they continue to be in a safe zone, and plan the best way forward? Now, prescribe the best style of leadership in these most trying times. Thank you, Gurudev ji. Pranam.
You see, as a business leader, one has to do business with the head and not with the heart. At the same time, this situation demands someone to act from the heart also. That is, to be more compassionate, more considerative. See, people doing business with their heart do not succeed, and people who do charity with their head also do not succeed. So, I would say you do charity with your heart and do business with your head. The both things should be there. In a meal, you can have both raita and kheer, but you cannot mix them both. That will be disaster. So, um, leadership at this point of time, as I said, if they are worried about their chair, their leadership role, they won't be doing justice to the leadership that they are supposed to lead at this time. This is the time they should keep aside all their personal ambitions, goals, and what they want for their personal um, gains or to hold, to keep their position. This is the time that they 100%, 100% put themselves into looking what is needed, when and where and what. And intuitive leadership, I would add here, is the most appropriate one at this time. If you act with your intuition, you can never go wrong. If you have gone wrong, that means it's not your intuition. So your intuitive ability need to be enhanced. And when you work with your intuition, with this clarity in your mind, you will see that you will be able to lead people where you want to lead, where they want to be led. Yeah.
I have pleasure in requesting Mr. Santana Krishnan, a leading chartered accountant and a board member of the Tata Group companies and also ICICI Home Finance to raise his query. Mr. Santana Krishnan. Okay. We'll take up his question later on. Mr. Vidya Shankar Krishnan, the MD of Forging Limited, a company which has contributed to the industrial economy of Tamil Nadu. May I request Mr. Vidya Shankar to pose his question, please?
My submission here is the practice of Karma Yoga as surrendering oneself and all actions to God, whatever may be one's denomination by way of upbringing or faith, helps a lot in almost de-stressing the individual and also provides a lot of clarity and clinical efficiency. May I request you for your views on this?
Yes, any action we can do it in two ways, Karma Yoga or Akarma Yoga. See now, a teacher can be a Karma Yogi teacher or a Karma Yogi teacher. Karma Yogi teacher really cares for the student and put her or his 100% attention to see that the student passes and gets good marks. A Karma Yogi teacher is, I do my duty, it is up to the student to catch it if he or she catches it or not. I get my salary, so I do my duty. This is a Karma Yogi teacher. So we can have a Karma Yogi citizen, a Karma Yogi citizen. Suppose someone is driving in the street and a tap is open in Chennai and water is flowing. A Karma Yogi person will say, this is not my job, let the municipality come and stop the water flow. A Karma Yogi citizen will stand there, stop the car, get down, close the tap and call the municipal or tell the people around, look, don't waste water, we need water in Chennai. Like this, any role we can play in two ways. One can be a Karma Yogi father or a Karma Yogi father. Karma Yogi father is one who takes care of the mindset of the son or daughter. Where is my son or daughter is going in the right direction? Are they not stressed? Are they stressed or not? Are they being devoted? Do they have values? A Karma Yogi father sees this. A Karma Yogi father, roti kapda makana, my job is to provide them food, education, everything. Rest is not my job. This is a Karma Yogi father. So every role we can play as a Karma Yogi in life. One can be a Karma Yogi citizen, as I said, who make sure they go and vote when there is an election. A Karma Yogi citizen would say, anyway, what does it matter if I don't vote? There are so many people. Anyway, why should I cast my vote? Nobody is fit for it. This type of thinking is a Karma Yogi. So, anyway, divine is always present in everywhere, in every action, divine support is there. If you are a Karma Yogi, you will have the fruits of it accordingly. If you are a Karma Yogi, you will have fruits according to Karma Yogi, actions of a Karma Yogi.
Could you please elaborate the attitude of a Karma Yogi for everybody's?
Attitude of Karma Yogi is what that he takes every action as a worship, or every action with full attention in it. And he knows that this action is good, so I am doing it. You see, you can't say, you can't find perfection in action at all. Lord Krishna in Gita says, you cannot, sahajam karma konteya sadosham api natyajit. Every job has some dosha, that is, karma will never be 100% free from imperfections. But the mind can be free from imperfection. So if a mind which is fully dedicated acts, in action you will definitely find some or other flaws which is bound to be there.
He also says yogaha karmasu kaushalam.
Correct.
Could you elaborate that?
Skill in
Thank you,
action.
Mr.
Skill in action is yoga, and yeah.
Yeah. Mr. Santanakrishnan, are you there? Can you pose the next question?
Dev,
Yeah, please.
I stayed with you for 2 days with Madhurao. I want to see you again. I want to have a darshan. Pranams, Gurudev. I want to ask you I'll combine 2 questions into one. What do employees expect from the leaders? Second, what is in our epics and Puranas talk about these kind of situations? Why should the whole world be affected? Does it mean that everyone has done sins across the world?
Your question is not very audible. Can you repeat it, please?
What do employees and workers and clients expect out of leaders? And what do we learn lessons from our scriptures and epics? Does it mean that the whole world has done so much of sin for everybody to be put into this condition?
These are some things which we need to wonder about. Why did this problem come? Is there any lesson we need to learn from this, right? Yeah,
Yes,
we have gone so much out, we were in such a rat race. Now the Prakriti, nature said, hey, come on, take a break, sit back and think, look within. I think this is the message. The nature wanted to rejuvenate itself, and it just want to put man into a full stop for some time, put them all in their homes for a little while, make it obvious that human race is not in control of the planet Earth. This is one clear message. There is a bigger power which is in control of the planet Earth, and don't get into an illusion that you are in control of the whole planet. Because a virus which you can't even see, which is less than 1 gram, can put everyone into their rooms, into their homes. That means there is a bigger power, number one. Second is, I would say, difficulties big hand that comes to them. In the most difficult time, there are people who are helping the poor people. When just even before the lockdown, I foresaw this will be badly affecting the daily wage workers. So we started stand with daily wage workers started in big cities, especially Mumbai, Delhi, and many other places. We couldn't reach to Delhi so much earlier, but Mumbai we definitely reached, in Bangalore and other places. So to some extent we could stop a few migrant workers to running away immediately, So we could supply them a month's of ration for a month for a whole family. And you saw that people coming out and cooking food. Can you imagine, just our own organization have given 7 crore meals in the entire country from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. And there are many such organizations like ours. Akshay Patra has given food. So, and many other organizations, voluntary organizations, they have come out and helped people, especially the poorest of the poor. So you can see there is a lot of human values which are coming up to the surface in such challenging time. In New York City, this has never happened before. Doctors were crying because they were not getting that PPE kit. There were tears in eyes of doctors that they could not perform their duties and they were in dire need of PPEs. So our organization immediately, our volunteers gathered, and yesterday you must have seen in the media, yesterday we supplied, the congressman of that has acknowledged Art of Living for supplying PPE kits to all the doctors in all the hospitals. So people will come forward to open up their heart and open up their purses to help all those who are in dire need. This is something that has happened after tsunami. Of course, tsunami was limited to just a few parts of our globe, but this disaster has really taken the whole world in its hand.
Can I request Mr. Rajendran Dandapani, the Director, Zuko Corporation, Chennai?
Namaste, Gurudev.
Namaste.
I lead a team of young professionals, mostly post-millennials born after 2000 on their first jobs. How can they learn to be happy and satisfied with the choices they make? I think now more than ever, they are going to be faced with choices. They have to choose a high-tech career or a technology or an arts career. They have to decide between staying in the same job or choosing a new job. They have to choose between higher education or taking up a job and so on. But always there is a fork in the road. And how do they learn to be happy and satisfied without wanting to chase every path out there without the fear of missing out? I am twice their age, and any advice I give them, I am not able to relate to them is how they feel. So, what is the leader's message, and what meditation will you recommend for them to remain calm in these times? Thank
I
you.
would recommend them to join our online happiness workshop, which is just 3 days, 4 days, 2 hours each day. You will see at the end of that, they'll report to you that they are happy. They found what happiness is. Happiness is a state of mind, Whatever choice you do, you do it from a happy state of mind. It is within you. If you and you can get rid of your stress, anxiety, worries, attending to your own breath, doing little bit of breathing work and meditation, and learning about our own inner faculties. See, we have 7 layers to our existence. First is our body, then breath. The first thing we did coming into this planet is we took a deep breath in. The second thing, we started crying. Doing is we will breathe out and we'll make others cry. Right? This is what is our life is. But we never learnt anything about our breath. Every day we breathe in 10,000 liters of air. And our breath has so many secrets to offer to us, but we never learnt about it. Nobody taught us. And breath work relates to our mind. Then about mind, we have not been taught about our mind at all. And then intellect, and then memory, ego. We don't know what is ego. So, and then there is something beyond the ego that is not clear, but that is the reference point of all the changes that happens in life. So if we learn a little bit about these 7 layers of our existence, our life, our thinking is completely changed. Then nobody will take away the smile from you. Your smile will just come from the depth from your heart, and no power on earth can take it away. You get linked to that source, the Atma Chaitanya within us. And then that is the source of energy, source of peace, source of enthusiasm. Otherwise, see, today our youth are uh, hanging between two extremes. One side, depression, another side, aggression. Either our youth are in aggressive mood, or they are depressed, or they are very lonely. So to get them away from this, only we have designed these courses, and it has really helped millions around the world. I would recommend them, just take those 4 days, 2 hours each day. Online, you can learn a lot about yourself.
Thank you.
Gurudev, I request Mr. Shailesh Haribhakti, the chairman of the Institute of Directors, Mumbai, the audit committee, and the chairman of the multiple boards of India. Mr. Shailesh.
Shailesh ji,
Pranam,
unmute kariye.
My question is, has the time arrived for us to go back to our roots of learning? And can that be done through the old concept of Gurukul, but with the modern technologies of virtual reality, remote and machine learning, so that the learning responsibility goes back to the learners? People should learn how to ask the right questions, as all of us have been doing, and you have been answering us. And this has been such a fantastic learning for all of us. So can we convert this into the general way in which education is provided, not only at schools, but throughout life?
Yeah, sure. Technology has made it all much easier for knowledge to be communicated, disseminated. Yeah. Dissemination of knowledge has become much easier through technology. I think we must use it. We are doing now. We have started already. We have started.
Very good. Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you, Gurudev. We are eagerly looking forward to the group meditation. And I would like to express my sincere thanks to Dr. Meena Kumari of Art of Living, who facilitated this. Our sincere thanks to Dr. Meena Kumari.
Yes. Now let us sit for meditation. Let's sit comfortably, easily. Let's sit back. Many of us think meditation is concentration, but I would like to tell you it is not. To do any work, we need presence, you need concentration, you need to focus on that. Meditation is defocusing. It may be shocking to many of you. Meditation is not an effort to force our mind to stay in a point. Rather, meditation is a simple relaxation, letting mind be what it is. Yeah? So, in our ancient thinking, we have always said Tattva Bodha. There are principles: earth, water, fire, air, Prithvi Tattva, Jala Tattva, Agni Tattva, Vayu Tattva, Akash Tattva. And then Man, Buddhi, Chitta, Ahankar. Mano Tattva, Buddhi, Chitta, Ahankar. These are the Tattvas, means principles. So we go by principles and find out who we really are. Yeah? So now let us sit comfortably, easily. As I said, meditation is not concentration, number one. Second, meditation is not through parishram, not through effort. It is effortless. Second principle, effortless. Third is, mind is subtler than air and water, so it spreads. Let it spread. We don't hold mind anywhere. We let mind to spread and relax. Okay? Let us sit comfortably, easily. Close our eyes. And you need not listen to my instruction too intently. Just take it by the way, like you hear any other sound around you. You're listening to the instruction like you listen to a music, not like you listen to someone's talking, where you intently listen. Intently listening does not let you relax. So just relax. Now let's chant Om 3 times. Om. Feel the vibration of the sound. Om means eternal peace and unconditional love. Om. Om is the primordial sound from which the whole universe has happened. Om. Now let's just relax our shoulders, our arms, let us honor our own body. Our body is a precious gift to us from nature, from the divine. Let us honor our own body. This body is made up of earth element. It has come up from the earth and will go back to the earth. Let us honor the earth as well. Along with the body, let us honor the earth element. Let's take another deep breath in and relax. %70 of body has water element. In fact, our body is like a sachet of water fluids. Let us honor the water element. Without water, we cannot survive. For drinking, for bathing, for everything, we need water. We are grateful for the fluids, the water element. Let's take another deep breath in and breathe out. Our body has fire element. Without the heat in the body, nothing works. Let us honor the sun, which is responsible for our planet Earth and our existence, and all the warmth and energy that we carry on. Our body has trillions and trillions of cells, ever changing. Let us honor the energy in us, the fire element. Another deep breath in and relax. Let us become aware of the air element all around us and within us. Like fish in the water, we are in air. Let us honor the air inside of us and around us. Let's take another deep breath in and slowly breathe out. Incoming breath energizes the body, and outgoing breath brings relaxation. Let us become familiar with this phenomenon. In fact, every living cell in our body is breathing. Not just the lungs, our entire body is breathing in and out. Let us become familiar with this. As you breathe in, know that every cell in your body is breathing in, and as you are breathing out, this phenomenon is continuing. Your body is in sync with the breath and its rhythm. Every cell is breathing and is in sync. Except the nails and hairs, everything else is breathing. Every cell is using oxygen. Let's move on and become aware of the space around us. Become aware of the walls to your left and right. And to your front and back. Now let us become aware of the space above our head, up to the ceiling of. Become aware of the space above the head up to the ceiling. Another deep breath in and let go. Relax. Let us become aware of our mind. Whatever thoughts are there in the mind, just let them be there. Our body is like a wick of a candle. Mind is like the glow around it. शरीर बाती है तो मन ज्योति है. Our body is inside the mind. As you relax, the mind expands. And as the mind expands, your body finds deeper relaxation. Whatever thoughts are coming in the mind, just let them come. Good thoughts, bad thoughts, embrace them all. Any discomfort, uneasiness, let it be there. Embrace them too. Let us become aware of the vast sky and millions of stars. Let the mind expand more and more to cognize vast space. Let go of all your efforts. सभी परिश्रम छोड़ दे, सभी प्रयत्न छोड़ दे. This moment, there is nothing to do. and nothing to know either. Just let go of all your efforts. You are space. Our self is space, unblemished, unfluttered, unaffected. All the feelings change, thoughts change, body changes, but you don't. Repose in yourself. Become aware of the space behind your head and let your mind spread behind your head. Let's spread our mind like a background curtain behind our head and relax and repose. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Slowly and gradually become aware of body and surroundings. And with a big smile, let's take a deep breath in and breathe out with a smile. Let's breathe in again with a smile, and let's breathe out with a big smile, and we may open our eyes.
Gurudev, it has been an excellent experience of seeing you makes us more joyful. Listening to you has taken us a great ride. You are answering to all our questions and enlightening us still further, taking us to the greatest height. We are thankful to you from the bottommost of our heart. A big thank you, Gurudev. My colleague, Mr. Srinivasan, has put in a lot of effort. A big thanks to him. And I am thankful to all the dignitaries who have come and questioned, though it's a limited time, they have framed the questions, came up with the thoughtful questions, and to all the participants, a big thank you. Gurudev, words do not come to my rescue.
Did they all
Thank you, Gurudev.
Did they all enjoy the meditation? I would like to hear some experience. If you want to share, we have another 3-4 minutes. We can share your experience. Anyone want to say?
It was a wonderful experience, Gurudev, and really it was enlightening, and it has instilled confidence and motivated at least me. Thank you very much.
It was an experience which should not be
Huh?
It was an amazing experience which cannot be explained in words. You were entering a completely new world. Thank you so much, Guru.
It's absolutely refreshing, Gurudev. You have really instilled in us the attitude of gratitude to all the 5 elements, which is unifying the whole integration within ourselves. That's a great experience. Thank you, Gurudev.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Gurudev, for your wonderful time. We are all refreshed. We are here to face any challenge. Thank you for empowering us. Thank you for taking us to the greater heights, Gurudev. Pranam, pranam.
Namaste, namaskar. Namaskar. All the best to every one of you.